eastern Iran, 60 miles south of Mashhad. 1 in the morning. 3 MH-47 Chinook helicopters descended through heavy cloud cover toward a barren mountain plateau. Their cargo was 140 U.S. Army Rangers from the 75th Ranger Regiment, loaded with enough breaching equipment and explosives to crack open a fortress. Their target was Iran's most heavily protected military installation, an underground command bunker buried 200 meters beneath the granite peaks of the Binalud Mountains. This facility served as the emergency wartime headquarters for Iranian military leadership, capable of commanding all ground, air, and naval forces across the country. American intelligence had been piecing together the location of this bunker for over a year. Signals intelligence intercepted encrypted communications originating from deep within the mountain range. Ground-penetrating radar surveys conducted by covert teams confirmed the existence of a massive subterranean structure. Satellite imagery identified 3 surface access points, a ventilation system disguised as a mining operation, and a hidden vehicle tunnel entrance on the mountain's eastern face. The bunker itself was an engineering marvel. Constructed over 6 years at a cost exceeding $800 million, the facility extended 7 levels deep into the mountain. The uppermost level contained barracks and supply storage for 400 personnel. Level 2 housed communications equipment capable of reaching every military unit in Iran. Level 3 contained a war room with real-time battlefield displays and secure video links to forward commanders. Levels 4 and 5 held server rooms processing intelligence from across the country. Level 6 stored emergency fuel and water supplies sufficient for 90 days. The deepest level, Level 7, contained the Supreme Command Center where Iran's senior military leadership would direct operations during wartime. Surface defenses were formidable. The main entrance was a reinforced blast door rated to withstand a direct hit from a 2,000-pound bomb. 200 Revolutionary Guard commandos from the elite Sabre and Special Forces Battalion provided security, armed with night vision equipment. If you stand with United States' finest soldiers, subscribe to Sonic's Darks and never miss a battle. A network of 40 security cameras monitored every approach. Motion sensors buried along all access trails would detect any approaching force from a mile away. A CIA asset inside the facility had provided the access codes for the emergency escape tunnel on the mountain's northern face. This tunnel, designed to evacuate senior leadership during an attack, would instead become the Rangers' primary entry point. The assault plan was built around 3 phases. Phase 1 involved Alpha Company with 50 Rangers assaulting the main entrance to draw the bulk of Iranian defenders toward the front. Phase 2 would see Bravo Company with 50 Rangers simultaneously entering through the emergency escape tunnel on the north face. Charlie Company with 40 Rangers would secure the vehicle tunnel entrance on the eastern face and prevent any evacuation or reinforcement. At 1:20 a.m., the Chinooks landed on the plateau 4 miles from the bunker. Rangers offloaded rapidly, carrying extra ammunition, breaching charges, and specialized underground warfare equipment. The helicopters departed within 2 minutes, vanishing into the cloud cover. The 3 companies separated and began their approach marches. Alpha Company moved along the main access road, deliberately allowing the motion sensors to detect their advance. Bravo Company navigated treacherous mountain terrain toward the hidden escape tunnel, their route taking them across a narrow ridge with 500-foot drops on either side. Charlie Company descended into a ravine leading to the vehicle tunnel. At 1:55 a.m., Iranian security cameras detected Alpha Company's approach. Alarm klaxons echoed through every level of the bunker. The Sabre and commandos rushed to defensive positions around the main entrance. Heavy machine guns were manned behind sandbagged positions. 2 Cornet missile teams set up on elevated ground flanking the blast door. Spotlights swept the mountainside, searching for the attackers. Alpha Company engaged at 2:00 a.m. Sniper teams opened fire from 400 meters, targeting the spotlights first. One by one, the lights exploded and went dark. Iranian machine gunners returned fire blindly, tracer rounds spraying across the mountain slope. Rangers advanced using boulders and rocky outcrops for cover, maintaining a steady volume of fire to keep the defenders focused forward. Exactly 60 seconds after Alpha's assault began, Bravo Company reached the emergency escape tunnel entrance, a concealed steel door built into a cliff face behind a waterfall. The CIA asset's codes worked perfectly. The door swung open silently, revealing a narrow concrete tunnel leading downward at a steep angle. Rangers entered single file, weapon lights cutting through the darkness. The tunnel descended 200 meters through a series of switchbacks, each turn requiring careful clearing. Inside the bunker, Iranian commanders believed they were dealing with a frontal assault only. They directed 150 of their 200 defenders toward the main entrance, leaving skeleton crews on each level. This was exactly what the Rangers had planned. Bravo Company emerged from the escape tunnel directly onto level 6, the emergency supply level. The 2 guards posted at the tunnel exit were neutralized before they could raise an alarm. Bravo Company split into 5 teams of 10 Rangers each. Team 1 moved upward to level 5 to secure the server rooms. Team 2 pushed down to level 7, the Supreme Command Center. The underground combat was unlike anything on the surface. Narrow concrete corridors amplified every gunshot to deafening levels. Fluorescent lights cast harsh shadows in every direction. The air was thick and stale. Team 2 reached the blast door protecting level 7 at 2:15 a.m. The door was sealed from inside, a 12-inch thick steel barrier designed to resist direct assault. Rangers placed a ring of thermic lance charges around the door hinges. The charges burned at 4,000 degrees, cutting through the hardened steel in 90 seconds. The door collapsed inward with a thunderous crash that echoed through the entire bunker. The command center was a massive circular room filled with displays, communication equipment, and a central holographic battle table. Iranian officers fired pistols from behind consoles while staff members attempted to destroy classified materials. Rangers entered from the breached doorway with flash grenades leading the way. The blinding explosions disoriented the defenders. Within 3 minutes, the command center was secured. 8 officers surrendered. 4 had been killed while reaching for weapons. Meanwhile, Team 1 encountered fierce resistance on level 5. Iranian technicians had barricaded themselves inside the primary server room, protected by a squad of 8 Saberan commandos. The commandos fought with exceptional skill, using the server racks for cover and employing grenades in the confined space. 2 Rangers were wounded in the initial exchange. The team leader called for reinforcements and breaching equipment. Iranian fire hammered the shield, denting but not penetrating the armored plate. When the Rangers reached grenade range, they tossed concussion grenades over the server racks. The blasts sent the commandos reeling. Rangers surged forward, engaging in hand-to-hand distance combat between the humming server towers. The fight for the server room lasted 11 minutes, the longest single engagement of the operation. On the surface, Alpha Company was locked in a grinding battle at the main entrance. Iranian defenders had launched 3 counterattacks, each pushed back by withering Ranger fire. Javelin missiles destroyed a fighting position carved into the rock above the blast door. Rangers had advanced to within 50 meters of the entrance but could not breach the massive door from outside. However, breaching was no longer necessary. At 2:40 a.m., Bravo Company Rangers inside the bunker reached the main entrance from behind and opened the blast door from the interior controls. The blast door ground open to reveal Alpha Company Rangers crouched behind rocks outside. Iranian defenders positioned between the 2 Ranger forces found themselves trapped. Some surrendered immediately, dropping weapons and raising hands. Others fought desperately in the crossfire. Within 5 minutes, the main entrance level was secured. 80 Iranian soldiers were captured. 32 lay dead. Charlie Company had sealed the vehicle tunnel at 2:10 a.m., destroying the tunnel entrance with demolition charges. When a convoy of 3 military trucks attempted to evacuate senior personnel through the eastern tunnel, they found it collapsed and impassable. The occupants, including 2 Iranian generals, were forced to turn back and were captured by Bravo Company Rangers, sweeping through level 3. By 3:30 a.m., all 7 levels were under Ranger control. Iranian defenders who barricaded themselves in the communications center on level 2 held out until Rangers cut power to that section, plunging them into total darkness. The Iranians surrendered within minutes, unable to fight in complete blackness against Rangers equipped with night vision. Intelligence teams moved through the secured facility, downloading data from server rooms and photographing every document. The war room on level 3 contained detailed plans for Iranian military operations across the entire Middle East. Communication logs revealed a network of covert operatives in 6 countries. Level 5 servers held encrypted databases containing the locations of every Iranian military installation, including 12 previously unknown sites. Demolition teams began rigging the facility for destruction at 4:00 a.m. Charges were placed on structural supports throughout all 7 levels. Server rooms were rigged with thermite to ensure complete data destruction of any equipment not already captured. Extraction began at 4:30 a.m. Wounded Rangers, prisoners, and intelligence materials were moved to the surface first. The captured Iranian officers, including 2 generals, 4 colonels, and 6 senior staff officers, were transported under heavy guard. 112 Iranian soldiers had been captured alive. Rangers carried external hard drives and document cases containing what intelligence officers would later describe as the most significant single intelligence capture since the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound. The final Rangers departed the bunker at 5 a.m. Chinook helicopters arrived at the plateau landing zone precisely on schedule. At 5:15 a.m., all aircraft were airborne and heading toward the nearest American base. At exactly 5:20 a.m., the demolition charges detonated. The first explosions collapsed levels 1 and 2, sending shockwaves through the mountain. Seconds later, charges on levels 3 through 5 detonated in sequence, each blast deeper and more powerful. The final detonation on level 7 was catastrophic. The explosion was so powerful that the mountain peak above the bunker visibly shifted. A massive dust cloud erupted from the main entrance and vehicle tunnel simultaneously. The mountain groaned and cracked as millions of tons of rock settled into the void left by the destroyed bunker. Surface structures collapsed into sinkholes that opened across the plateau. The facility that had taken 6 years and $800 million to build was destroyed in 45 seconds. The operation lasted 4 hours from Alpha Company's first shots to the final extraction helicopter's departure. The Rangers had successfully penetrated Iran's most secure military facility, captured its wartime command center. Iranian casualties totaled 78 killed, 24 wounded, and 112 captured, including 2 generals. American casualties were 5 Rangers killed in action and 14 wounded. The 5 killed in action were posthumously awarded the Silver Star for their extraordinary heroism in the underground assault. The intelligence captured during the operation transformed American understanding of Iranian military capabilities. Within 72 hours, airstrikes destroyed 12 previously unknown installations identified from the captured data. The communication logs enabled the identification and neutralization of Iranian intelligence operatives in multiple countries. The war plans found in the Level 3 war room allowed American commanders to anticipate and counter every subsequent Iranian military operation for months. Without a survivable command center, Iranian military leadership was forced to operate from vulnerable surface facilities, dramatically reducing their ability to coordinate operations under threat of American air power. The bunker that Iran believed would survive any attack had fallen to 140 Army Rangers in a single night. If you stand with United States' finest soldiers, subscribe to Sonic's Darks and never miss a battle.